Why did you start this channel? What book or series got you into reading? What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Absolutely nothing. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here and more to the point of this video, welcome. My name is Ashley Hannah and I'm the Moody Reader, and this is a video that's coming 2 years too late because I realized that my channel doesn't have an intro to it. Like, there's nothing to say, hi, here's who I am. I don't know. It did at one point. My first video actually was a BookTube intro and 25 questions about me, but I quick, fast, and in a hurry privated that thing, so you can't watch it. But here I have this video for the masses because I figured if you come to my channel and you don't know who I am, watch this video and you'll know what my taste is like and the BookTube newbie questions. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, and this tag was started by someone whose channel no longer exists. It was started by Brenda C. I have the questions here on my laptop and we're going to answer them, and this video will not take 5 years to do. Did I say what my name was? My name's Ashley Hannah. It's a double name because I'm from the South. Ask my parents. I don't know why they named me that. Okay, first question. Why did you start this channel? I started this channel, I'm trying to be back in my 2 years ago brain. I started it because, so my profession is a ballet dancer. Like, I am a trained classical ballet dancer, and every time I'd be in rehearsals, I wouldn't have every single hour of rehearsal, so I'd have a bunch of breaks in the middle of the day, and I was like, I'm so bored, what do I do? So I'd start reading, and I would read all these books. Like, at this point in time, I would finish, I'd say, over 50 books in a year. And so I was like, ooh, okay. So each year I'd read more and more books, and I'd be like, okay, where do I put all of this information? So I was like, ooh, okay, I want to do a podcast. The podcast was terrible. And then I was like, ooh, let me do YouTube. And that actually stuck. So that's why I do YouTube, BookTube, because I have to put my thoughts for the books out there somewhere in some form, and even if nobody watches, it'll still be there, and it's like a book journal of sorts. So I think that's really cool and awesome. So yeah, being bored in rehearsal is what did it. That's why I took the plunge. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Absolutely nothing. I don't know. I think I'm not very visually pleasing. I don't know a lot of things. I'm very basic as a person, as a human. The only thing I think I can bring to BookTube is my sense of humor. And even then, most people won't like it. So, I don't know. What do people usually answer in these tags with what they can bring to the table? I don't know. Okay, question number 3. What are you most excited about for this channel? I am, 2 years in, I'm most excited to start like getting out of my shell more and talking to more BookTube people. Like, I want to make some BookTube friends now. I don't think that was the case when I started, but it's the case now. And so I've made quite a couple. You can tell how many friends I've made. I've made a couple friends on BookTube, but I want to branch out and I guess find more like-minded people to chat with, because I'm realizing I don't have a lot of people in real life to chat about books with. Like, my family likes talking about books, but not in the ways that I do. They don't freak out about books, so I guess more friends would be nice. Number 4, why do you love reading? I love reading because it takes me back to childhood, where I read nonstop. That's how I got into reading. Spoiler alert, that might be a question later, but I got into reading because my parents read, and that was just a thing we did. I never had to be forced to read, and it just takes me back to those days where you would just fall into a book and then just be in it. And I love the dissociative nature of it. I don't know. It's the escapism. It really is. and you are in your own world, and it's different than TV, it's different than movies, it's just its own thing. Like, you can't tell me what to imagine because I'm doing it. It's mine. So in every book is a world for every person, and it's not going to look the same. Even if, you know, the words say this thing looked like this, it's still going to look slightly different, and that's why I love it. Okay, number 5 is what book or series got you into reading? I don't know, because like I said, I've been reading since I can remember. But the book or series, The Best Nest, I don't know. Let's see. Because my dad read to me when I was a really little kid, and then when I got into reading, I guess it was maybe Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. Maybe that was the book that got me into it. Because, oh no, Judy Blume, yeah, she got me into, like, looking for more books to read. Because I read that one, and then I read Deanie and whatever else she read, or whatever else she wrote. And then, for whatever reason, I read Summer Sisters way too young. So that was a choice, but it happened. And yeah, I just, so it went from there to... Funnily enough, I didn't really read Harry Potter when I was growing up because my brother read that to me, so it didn't feel like my thing. But, oh, I know what I read. So I read Bridge to Terabithia. Like, I started with, like, those, like, middle grade books, and then the thing that really got me in was Twilight. Yep, Twilight. Although I also read classics when I was young too. So I read Jane Eyre, and I read Gone with the Wind when I was young. So it's a bunch of things got me into reading. That really didn't answer the question. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't understand this question. You want to be friends? / how do your videos look so good? That's my question. How do your videos look so good? Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a YouTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? What won't be the hardest to overcome? I can give you a list. First of all, editing yourself. Enough said. Looking at your ugly mug and then having to, like, edit and splice. I like editing, but sometimes you just get tired of looking at your face. Number 2, comments. I quit BookTube last year for like 5 months because I got one comment that was like slightly negative, and I got scared. So the comments, it's like you never know what people are gonna say. Usually it's a really nice positive place, and then you might get one that like ruins your day for a second, and then you're fine. But then what else is the hardest to overcome? I guess those are the only 2 things, really. Editing and other people's opinions. And also, like, if you have one video that does well, and then you have another video that tanks, and you're like, I guess I'm not a good booktuber. So those are the things, for sure. Number 8, when did you start reading? I already answered this one. I started reading when I was... Did I answer it? Well, I started reading when I was like 4, and that was the start, baby. And I guess the reading continued because, 1, I was a sheltered child. I was homeschooled at the age of 9, so what was there to do around the house besides play video games? And 2, my parents were big inspirations for me reading, but they were also, like, they were the ones who read to me, bought me books, obviously. But then there was a time when me and my siblings, or my siblings and I, I have 4 siblings, and growing up, we were annoying. So we would go, oh my gosh, I'm so bored. What should we do? Mom, I'm bored. And then every time we would say that, they would go read a book. Stop annoying me. So that's what really kickstarted the reading, the necessity to not get slapped by your parents. Number 9, where do you read? I read on the couch, I guess. Do people have like a really crazy answer for like reading on their bike? Although I feel like some people do read on their bikes. Yeah, like an audiobook. I don't do that though. I can't. No, I read on my couch or in my bed. That's about it. I can't really read in public because there was a time when I could read in public, but I feel like people watch too much now, so I can't. And number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? What kind of books do I not like to read? The only books that I really don't like to read are poetry. I read everything else. I love classics. I love fantasy, romance, mystery, thrillers, what else? Sci-fi. I love it all. Dystopian. Bring back dystopians. I love dystopians. My favorite books, you didn't ask. My favorite books are as follows. Jane Eyre, The Name of the Wind, The Wise Man's Fear. Ooh, The Angel's Game by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Read it, it's really good. Slash The Cemetery of Forgotten Books series, great. The Mortal Instruments series, that's a good one. It was a classic one right when I was a teenager. Twilight, not New Moon. Twilight, Eclipse, and not Breaking Dawn either. Twilight and Eclipse. Oh, the Hunger Games trilogy, love that. What else? I'm looking at my fantasy shelf right now. I love thrillers, so anything by Samantha Downing, My Lovely Wife, He Started It, For Your Own Good. Any Riley Sagers, I love. The Only One Left, that's a great one. Little Women, The Godfather, love The Godfather. Oh, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, that's a new favorite from this year. The Red Rising trilogy, I'm just listing books at this point. They're so good. Oh, Brandon Sanderson. Ooh, what's that book? Warbreaker, that's a great book. Yeah, the list goes on. The list goes on. Okay, so I think I answered every single question, and like I said, this is just for the new people here. If you have been a subscriber since day one, like, you probably already knew a couple of these things, but yeah, this is for any new people / I've found a lot of people to follow and subscribe to by just typing in BookTube newbie tag, so I did that for that reason. So, yeah, if you like the video and subscribe if you want, and I'll post more bookish things. So, yeah. Bye!